my people, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. It's Mr. Al Pete, your favorite neighbor with a neighborhood show, WJCT News 89.9, part of JME Saturday Nights, all that great stuff, The Neighbor's Way, MPN Network, all of the plugs. Got to plug every last thing that I'm a part of and what I'm doing around here. So today, we are sitting with the Associate Director of Orchestra Noir. Now, let me tell y'all, Orchestra Noir, I have been hearing about it a lot, and I finally got to experience it last year in April in Jacksonville. And let me tell you something, that joint was crazy, to say the least. So, nevertheless, we're sitting with Larry J. Smith, and the other name that I saw, is it just LAJ or is Lodge, or how you say it?
Lodge.
Lodge. Okay, cool. My apologies on butchering that. I saw that and was like, yeah, I don't want to butcher the name, but nevertheless, Lodge, Larry Smith, thank you for sitting with us. How you feeling today, good sir?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Thank you, LP, for having me. It's a blessing to be here. So definitely excited, man, for this upcoming show. Definitely excited to be on your show as well, too. So yeah, thank you. Thank you once again.
Nah, no problem, man. So we're going to just talk about a couple of things. We're going to get into the genesis of it because, like I stated, I've heard people, in my city, it was a while back, they was like, yo, have you seen Orchestra Noir? This, it was a lot of talk going on. And then after I heard the talk, I ran across a promo. And so I want to say y'all came to Jacksonville. This will be our third time coming back.
I want to say our second. This will be our second time coming.
Second? Okay, cool. All right. Well, all right. So, but I don't know. But nevertheless, when I went in April of last year, 2024, the energy was so high to where I thought y'all had been there before. But nevertheless, the conversations has been going like crazy around the city about going to Orchestra Noir. So please let us know, where did they come from? How did it start? What year it started? How did it all? How did we get here?
For sure. So break it down. Orchestra Noir was founded in 2016 by Maestro Jason Akeem Rogers. So Maestro had a goal of bridging orchestral music with other musical genres like jazz, hip hop, and R&B. And he had this brainchild of this concert that you witnessed there, and using all of those talents together. We decided to put it on stage and bring this amazing show to the people, to the culture. And we wanted to celebrate those genres of music, man, jazz, hip hop, and R&B, more specifically, this 90s and 2000s era of music. A lot of people have these debates that, the 90s was the greatest, era of music. Everybody has this debate, but and we always celebrate the 70s, the 80s, the 60s. We have a big emphasis on those eras of music. But, I'm an 80s baby. So, 90s music is what I grew up on as well, too. And it's just time, Maestro felt it was time that we celebrate those 90s artists, and celebrate that style of music there, but present it in a different way that is palatable for, everyone to digest. And this is where we got, Orchestra Noir, and from then, man, we've been recognized by many platforms: Rolling Stone, Complex, Essence Magazine. Yeah. We've worked with global artists and brands. You got 2 Chainz, Migos, Rick Ross, Red Bull, The Tonight Show, and it's just been going up from there, So it's been a blessing to just be a part of it. I was a part of it when it was just a concept. And I started there off in the ranks, and, I just worked my way up and, added my 2 cents here and there, and actually grew the brand as well, too. So it's just been a blessing to see what the actual idea was, the concept was, and to see what it is now is just, it's mind blowing. And, every time we hit the stage and every time we perform, it's just, it's just awe just to see the way the music affects the crowd and how energetic they are, man. It's an unbelievable experience.
Indeed. So, you're a saxophonist as well. I'm a saxophonist too. I play alto and baritone sax. I want to say you play tenor, correct?
Yes, correct. Once you play one sax, all of them pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, it's all about a key change on that. So, so the associate director. I mean, I would assume that you're assisting and basically giving giving input as well to the music director. But can you explain exactly your role and your duties?
For sure, yeah. So definitely, We're tag teaming. Me and Maestro, we've worked together hand in hand. Maestro, he has the concept of what he wants to hear, and I help and bringing that concept to life there with the musicians, explaining things to the horn section and the rhythm section. He'll come in and he'll work with the strings, and we basically tag team those efforts and we bring everything together and mesh it together and create this beautiful sound. So my responsibility, of course, is working with the rhythm section, the horn section, making sure everything is fine tuned and intact there. So when Maestro gets in, he takes over and then we're ready to go.
Indeed, indeed. And do you play, or you just you stay in the director's seat?
No, actually, I also do play as well. So I'm
Okay,
also lead saxophonist as well. So, you'll see me in many roles, see me in
gotcha.
many roles behind the scenes, actually out there on stage as well. So, yeah, I like to dibble and dabble. I can do a little something on the sax. So, yeah, definitely.
Nah, nah. I mean, listen, you got to be, the coach and the player at times. So I understand completely on that. So
For sure.
the tour is called Y2K Meets '90s Tour. So
Yes.
and I know you explained it a little bit earlier, but it is a matter of meshing up those two genres. And I know you spoke about. I mean, people talk about it often about the '90s and the 2000s R&B being. I'm going to go with the '80s '90s because I'm a '80s baby as well. So,
For sure.
um, but kind of define that a little bit more in regards to the '90s meets 2K, that mesh up. What makes that so special?
Yeah. So again, 90s, man, a classic era of music. We were just coming out of that new Jack Swing era, in the
Yeah,
80s there, and it was like transitioning over into this new sound. And again, once we hit the 90s area, we had a lot of classic power ballads. We were talking about our emotions, love, and everything like that. It was a time where we could really be expressive, and the 2000s came and just really sonically changed the sound. The 808s and Atlanta and the South really got involved with a lot of the music there in the 2000s. So it actually changed the structure of the concept of music. So, you know, coming from the 80s there where you in the 70s there where you heard a lot of instrumental music, and you heard a lot of horns and things like that, and inside those music, you did hear it in the 90s. You heard those iconic saxophone solos here and there, iconic horn solos, in music and things like that. In the 2000s you didn't quite get it as often, but it was there. But what we decided to do with Orchestra Noir is bring that in a totally different aspect, strings, full rhythm section. And usually you're so used to hearing the vocals presented there by someone singing it, but
yeah.
total different concept. We have those actual horns there actually playing part as those vocalists, taking charge there and bringing it to you in a different way, a different way that you probably never heard it before.
Right. And then speaking of different ways, one of the different things that I love that I saw, man, when y'all came to Jacksonville, y'all was in all white. Y'all was all white. And when it comes to black folks with and the white, it's like a regal thing. It's like a regal thing. But it still felt uh it felt family reunion-ish. It felt like a
Yeah.
celebration. And granted, when you think about orchestras, you're thinking about people sitting down, black, very I don't want to say stern, but because I
Yeah.
mean, when I witnessed the show, y'all were everywhere. Like when y'all came out on the floor, I was like, oh, okay, they really about business. And then when you add the DJ and DJ factor into it with the intermission, it's like nobody wanted to leave to even go get drinks or nothing like that. So that difference is definitely well respected, and like you said, that people can receive that so well.
Definitely. We like to call it bringing culture to the pit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So it's like, a lot of the musicians there, attended HBCUs as well too, are classically trained, so we got the both of best worlds, so we wanted to bring that experience, we wanted to stay true to who we are as well too, you know, attended HBCU myself, the greatest HBCU there ever was, there ever is, Florida Agricultural Mechanical University. So, you know, reminiscent of homecoming and all those, epic parties and being on the set and everything like that. It was just a good time. It was a good, wholesome, good time, and we wanted to bring that to this setting, where everybody can enjoy themselves and be themselves, and be unapologetically black, you know, and that's it. Just not black, but any culture, if you're white, black, Hispanic, come get some of the culture, come get it, come get it,
Right.
come get experience, come taste it, come see what it's actually about, come see it in person and just know that, we can party, but we can also play music, we can give you everything, we
Yeah.
can give you everything. We're going to show you that we can do that all in the show.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, well, let me do a quick reset. This is Mr. LP with the Neighbor's Way, the neighborhood show. We are talking with Larry Smith, Associate Director of the Orchestra Noir. And listen, they will be in Jacksonville April 12th, 2025. Go get those tickets. They will be at the Florida Theater. Make sure you grab those tickets, tickets. You do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. So let's talk about the two songs that y'all have out currently. It's Can We Talk? I haven't heard Cupid. I definitely heard Can We Talk? But talk about that. I mean, in the future, will it be possibly some more music that come out, some covers or like original music? Has that been in the conversation?
Definitely, definitely. Always something to work and expand upon. So everything with Orchestra Noir has been taken off. So there's so many different avenues that we want to touch and we want to, dive in. But definitely some recordings and things are definitely on the horizon. It's definitely something that we've been talking about as well too. As you stated there, the Cupid, track there came about. Shout out to Q from 112. He's been a real great advocate of ours. We actually did a cover to the 112 Cupid song, and we dropped it online or whatever, was a live video, and it went viral. And everybody, the response from it was just so great, man. It was overwhelming. Of course, Q got his eyes on it, man, and he blessed us and actually came out to a couple of shows and actually performed with us as well on
Okay,
stage.
nice.
And we thought it would just be an honor to actually cover the song and release it. Everyone was always asking like, hey, where can I find this online? So we sort of got the nod head from the head nod from Q, and we went ahead and we went in the studio, did our thing, man, and dropped that song, man. Dropped the Cupid from by 112. So that was the first song that we actually did. And once we got a taste of that studio, action, heard how great it sounded, we said, man, we need to do another one. We need to do another one. And another iconic song, Can We Talk?
Yeah.
Was another one that we wanted to incorporate within our repertoire. And that one as well, we got with the musicians, man, Maestro, myself, and we really created an amazing song, man. We did it our way. We did it our way, and we didn't hear anything. We didn't hear any orchestras or any strings or anything like that online that have really covered the song. So we thought we could bring a fresh new spin, to a traditional classic song. And so yeah, and now we have two songs that are out there streaming on platforms everywhere. Cupid, of course, covered by Orchestra Noir by 112, and of course, Can We Talk, which was by Tevin Campbell and covered by Orchestra Noir.
Nice, nice, nice. Speaking of artists, 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, Migos. I saw Trina, correct?
Yeah, Trina as well.
Do you have a bucket list of people who you would like to work with in that regards?
Oh, for sure. There's always a big bucket list. My bucket list was Rick Ross. It's always been Rick Ross. And when we got the opportunity to work with Rick Ross and actually curate that show with Red Bull, it was a dream come true. I'm a Florida boy. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. So
Hey, all right.
yeah, so man, that was just like, it was a dream come true. And that was just a pivotal moment in my musical career, as well as a pivotal moment in Orchestra Noir's career as well too. And that basically took us to new heights. So yeah, for me personally, that bucket list item was Rick Ross, and we've accomplished that. So now there's other artists on that list as well too. But I'm just gonna keep it tight for now, But
Okay.
yeah, definitely we definitely have a bucket list that we do want to work with. Of course, being a Miami boy as well, Trina and Trick Daddy as well from Miami, and we had an opportunity to work with them in Miami and go back and put on an amazing show, and for it to actually be aired on Love and Hip Hop as well too. So, it's just been an amazing roller coaster, man. It's been an amazing roller coaster, and it just keeps getting better and better. So, those artists that we want to collaborate with, I'm pretty sure it's on the horizon, and you're going to see a lot of great collaborations soon in the future.
Sweet, sweet. Now, is majority of the artists, well, the musicians, is it based in Atlanta, or everybody kind of around? I mean, around certain parts.
Yeah, so Orchestra Noir, we are based in Atlanta. We are the African American Orchestra of Atlanta.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
do
you're right. I'm
work.
sorry. My
Yeah.
apologies on that. The Atlanta African American.
All
My
right.
bad.
So we do work with different musicians from out of the state as well too. Because um, we celebrate music, man. There's a lot of talented musicians out there. So we have the opportunity to work with them as well and collaborate with them. So yeah, but majority of the musicians are from Atlanta, right here in Atlanta. But we do collaborate with other musicians as well out of state.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. Two more questions. And then we'll, send you away. But again, please make sure y'all grab those tickets April 12th, Duval County. Please make sure you grab those tickets April 12th, 2025. That is coming up very, very, very soon. You do not want to miss Orchestra Noir. And it's Y2K meets the 90s tour. Okay. So Y2K 90s, y'all already know what time it is. Blending both of those together is an absolute great thing. On top of all the instrumentation and the DJ as well. Shouts out to the DJ. I swear that DJ got off on intermission.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, I got to mention DJ Louis V somewhere in here, man. So shout out to DJ Louis V, man. He's a graduate of South Carolina State University as well. So shout out to DJ Louis V, man. He's always going to do his thing. And we're so glad, man, and blessed to have him a part of Orchestra Noir as well, too, man. But like you said, man, he does his thing, man. He does his thing.
I mean, that's like one of the main people. Well, not one of the main, but like he's a part of like this, the trifecta or whatever we want to call it. Like, you have the orchestra, you say you want to have the culture, you want to have the instrumentation. So it's like the DJ is important to that. The violins to add that essence to it. The saxophone is the maestro, and then the DJ, correct. And then you have all this energy around it. Just completes like the cultural aspect of what Orchestra Noir exhibits. So the first question I have, what would you like to see Orchestra Noir go? Like where, like the next 5-10 years or whatnot. What is your vision on that? If you would like to share, you don't have to give it all about. Like, what would you like for it to go? Because y'all been in Raleigh, North Carolina, New York, back home in Atlanta, which I'm sure Atlanta show was crazy. But you've been in all these places, and you have music online, you have merch, you have your extension, because you have a single that I came across that came out about a year ago. But nevertheless, that's still moving and in motion. So where would you like to see Orchestra Noir go?
Definitely, man. Globally, we just started, really planting our roots here in the States. But there's just so many more territories here in the U.S., man, that we haven't touched. We just touched the West Coast, and they showed us love out there in L.A. So, it was just a tidbit. A lot of other places haven't really experienced what Orchestra Noir is. So establishing those roots here still in the U.S., but then going globally, because, music is a universal language. And, we love our music and our culture over here, but our culture is accepted everywhere, So regardless of what we want to believe or not believe, our music is imitated and reciprocated and, and duplicated everywhere, So we want to take this thing globally because I believe we truly have a product and we have a group of musicians that can travel the world and really show what we can do as African American musicians. And I think it's something that hasn't been seen globally. A group of African American musicians, orchestral musicians, jazz musicians, classical musicians, bringing this product on stage. I believe once we hit it globally, it's going to be an undeniable experience after that.
Indeed. Well, I'm definitely rooting for you all to hit that goal, which I'm sure y'all will hit that goal Probably sooner than later, but y'all are ready for it, and I definitely enjoy it, and I would love to attend another one. I want to go to one in another city. No, Duval was beautiful. Home is always beautiful, but I would love to experience it somewhere in another city and see how that setting and how those people rock, man. So
Definitely. And I mean, it's just crazy because we go from city to city and the love is the same, man. The energy is the same. It's crazy just to see, man. And I mean, Jacksonville, Duval, y'all showed out, man. Y'all showed out. We were
yeah,
so surprised because it was our first time being in Jacksonville, so we didn't know what to expect. But man, when I tell you Duval, you guys showed us love and you guys showed out, man. We were in awe. And the energy was unmatched. It was unmatched. It truly was. So we're definitely excited to return April 12th. Man, we can't wait. We can't wait.
yeah, the Duvalians will be in the building representing for sure. So
Yes, sir.
all right, real quick. So I'm going to play a little quick game. I kind of came up with this game off the top of my head while we was having conversations about like the 90s and 2000s and even the 80s and whatnot. So I have three questions.
Okay.
All right. And I know this might be challenging. So
Here we go.
all right. You have to pick one. Pick one or the other. 112 or Jagged Edge.
Man. That's tough. That's tough. I'm gonna go 112 for some reason. I've been listening to 112 like all of their songs like back to back for some reason. I've been listening like to their harmonies and everything like that. And I 112. I'm gonna go 112 for sure.
So real quick, I want to give a real point. I know I'm not the interviewee, but Cupid, I feel like Cupid should have a lot more. Like, you know how the level of Can We Talk is?
Right.
I feel like Cupid should be on that level, and I don't think Cupid is on that. Cupid is a good song. It's like because I DJ as well, so when I cut it on, people get into to a melodic type of feel to it, but I do feel like Cupid is such a beautiful song, and I feel like it should be up there just as high as the When I See You's by Fantasia's and the Can We Talks, that type of thing. That's all.
For sure. For sure. No, you're absolutely correct. But again, it's like it's still an iconic song. Like if you
still a great song. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, another hard one. I feel like this is hard. Monica or Brandy?
Whoo. Man, oh man. This is Monica or Brandy. Man.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's
because both of them like got a catalog out of this world.
Out of this world, man. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, how could you go against Brandy, but how could you go against Monica? Like so gone and like sitting up in my room, like, man.
Yeah.
Whew.
And FYI, before you answer, Brandy and Monica and 112 and Jagged Edge, if you're watching this, please don't take this as anything. I still would like for y'all to work with Orchestra Noir, all right?
For sure. I'm gonna go Monica. I'm gonna stay with ATL and I'm gonna go Monica. I'm gonna do the safe bet. I'm gonna go Monica. Love you, Brandy. Love you, Brandy. If you're watching, love you. But I'm gonna go the safe route. Monica. We're gonna go with Monica.
Indeed. And I feel like I know this last answer, but Atlanta or Miami?
Oh man.
I know that's kind of off ground, especially me being a Floridian,
Yeah, for sure. Man, I love Miami. Miami's birthplace, man. It taught me everything I know. But Atlanta I've grown in Atlanta as a musician, as a professional, and Atlanta is just a beautiful place, man. It's like when oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting the South got something to say. Oh my gosh. Outkast, yeah.
Yeah, Andre 3000, yeah.
Andre 3000 really said the South got something to say. And he was speaking in reference to Atlanta, man. And really when I came to Atlanta, like it was an incredible experience, man. Like musicians from all over, will come here. Just the amount of talent that's here as well too, and the amount of appreciation for live music and things like that, man. It's like anything that you want to achieve, you could achieve here in Atlanta, if you had those dreams and goals there. So Atlanta. I love you, Miami. You know, I'm a Florida boy. I love you. You know, my roots, but Atlanta has grown me to different heights and levels in my career and as a musician. Atlanta for sure.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I appreciate you playing that improv game. Hopefully, I didn't put you in too much hot water, but
I'm pretty sure after this airs, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in some hot water. But you know, it's
oh
all.
man, but that's the case. We might need to cut it out there. But listen, my guy, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. And listen, people, hope you enjoyed this interview. Stick around. I'm gonna close this out real quick, brother. But Orchestra Noir, April 12th, 2025. Please make sure you grab your tickets. Grab your tickets, grab your tickets, grab your tickets. Make sure you go stream them. Make sure you follow them on Instagram as well as Orchestra Noir on Instagram. And all the things. Before you go, Larry, can you please let us know where they can find you at and where they can find Orchestra Noir at?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, orchestranoir.com, on Instagram at Orchestra Noir. Of course, me, if you want to follow little old me, you can definitely tap in at Laj on Sax. That's at LAJONSAX. Yeah, on Instagram. And of course, to follow all of our sources there.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right, y'all. Well, like I said, get the tickets, stream the music, buy merch, all that great stuff. You do not want to miss an Orchestra Noir show, man. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll be talking with y'all soon. Be good to yourselves and be good to others, y'all. To the top.